Guys, I'm gonna tell some jokes. I don't know if you know this, but I live in New York City half of the time. I'm a professional comedian. Hey, boo-hoo to you, Karina. No thanks to you, I got to meet someone cool. Yeah, you.
So, hey, how you guys like living in Ketchikan, huh? Yeah, I used to live in Ketchikan.
Speaking of smart, I used to, step from entertainment here. Spencer, speaking of smart, don't you hate the smart kid in school? Yep. He'll become even smarter.
That made no sense.
Yeah, and speaking of smarter, check out these shoes! In the 40s, that was a compliment for your clothing. Hey, you're dressed pretty smart today. It's clothing. Speaking of cell phones, you ever been on the bathroom and you answer the phone, and then you hear, but that was on the phone? No? Nobody? I love the Chinese food that they serve on the subways in New York City. And by food I mean illegal DVDs. How come they're always cracking down on kids downloading movies when they could just go on the subway and grab Mr. Tan? You ever been out of the state of Alaska and people were, they always ask the same stupid question like, you ever play Nintendo with an Eskimo? I get that one all the time. Then they ask you if you live in an igloo. But the thing is, they think an igloo is a type of husky. Oh, that's disgusting. One time I talked to a guy who was in Alaska visiting, and I said, what do you think of it? He said, think of what? He didn't know what I was talking about. You ever put on deodorant in the morning? No. And then you realize, it's my sister's. And everyone all day at school thinks you're a little girl. And then you find out you are. And you're the sister. And who you always thought was your brother was also a girl. You ever shake hands with someone and they like grab your hand and crush it? You're like, ow!
All the time.
You grabbed my hand too hard. Hurts. Unnecessary. Speaking of hurting, you ever been in the bathroom and you're cleaning a cut? And you realize that the sponge is actually your shaving razor. Ouch! That one hurt. You ever put on a shirt, and then you realize the pants, and then you realize you've always had a hole the size of your head in your pants. And then later, when you tell the same story to your friends, they say, that is your shirt. I don't get it. Which is it? You ever go to a state in the country and then you realize that you're actually at Dakota's house? And you're still in Alaska? though Alaska is bigger than Dakota, Dakota used to be 2 states. And then superglue was invented, and it became Dakota. And it turned into a person, lost a lot of weight, came to Alaska. That's Dakota, by the way. She used to have long hair. Speaking of long hair, you ever seen someone that had long hair for a really long time, and then they cut it, and then all of a sudden, they can move the speed of light. And then 2 days later, you shave your whole body. And it doesn't work. Because your hand isn't a piece of hair. Can I leave now? You ever been singing in the shower and then you realize it's the girl you like to shower and it's 2 in the morning and your cover's blown? Then you're singing in the shower at the jail for money and cigarettes. Hey, is that my seat? Could you bring that seat in here, please? Now can you leave? See you later. Get some food for that tray. You ever been showering and then you realize it's a shower of sin? All right, well, I'm gonna go get some dinner. You've been great. You ever think your name is a name, and then you realize it's just a noun that isn't a name? It's just, you say your name is Dustin, and you realize that you were named after dirt, and they just added the letters I and N at the end of it. That's what happened to you. Thank you.